You know, since we've been on the road full time for almost 3 years now, we have had our share of winning and losing products that we have bought on Amazon. I think we all can relate to that. Sometimes you find real winners, and those are the things I really want to share with you today. And also, sometimes you find things that you had no idea were even there that are going to make RV life so much easier. And the best part of everything I'm going to show you today is it's all under $25. So let's get going. Since we're in the kitchen, I just thought we'd start with all the kitchen things. I am really big into kitchen organization, just securing things for travel, and a lot of my ideas and stuff spark in the kitchen. All of these are in our Amazon store. So if you haven't been to our Amazon store, I've got it sectioned off into different parts of the RV: inside, outside, kitchen, bath, bedroom. We have boondocking. We have our black tank tote video has its own folder. So if you watch that and you're into that, you can go to that folder. And there's a pets folder, a fitness, hiking, and biking folder. And then all of the products will be in there. The ones that are more general are in the organizational one. The ones specific to a room will be in that room. So it should be easy for you to find it. And that's what I'm hoping. Make this easy for you. I did all the work, so you can just go there and get what you want. So first thing, I have all of my utensils that I use on a regular basis in this little caddy. And the problem with this is that on travel days, you can see how that is probably going to fall over. So I started putting it up in this cabinet. And once again, inside the cabinet, it would just fall over. It's pushed that door open before. It can be a real pain in the butt, to tell you the truth. So it's just the wrong holder for it. I've maxed out all my drawers, so I needed to put it in a outside container like this. So here's what I found. So here's my new container. And the reason this is cool is it's a magnet. So the bottom has metal, and now that magnet stays right there. So when I put my utensils in, so here we are. And not only does it hold more utensils, now I don't have to worry about it falling over because the magnet is going to keep it secure. So I really liked this idea for travel days, and now I don't have to worry about it falling over. Okay, let's talk pest control. If you spend any time in RV, this is something you're going to battle. Whether it's bugs, ants, spiders, mice, any kind of critter, you want to do anything you can to deter them from coming in your rig, right? So this is something that we've adopted in the last year that seems to work pretty darn good, and it's natural. So I always worry about products that you spray on the ground or you sprinkle on the ground with the dog. If the dog gets a hold of that, that's a bad news kind of situation. This one is all natural, and honestly, I think it works just as good as any chemical that you'll get. It is a mixture of peppermint oil, essential oil, Dawn soap, mild soap, and just water, which that's what the sprayer's for. Here's the recipe. Just a small dose would be 10 to 15 drops of oil mixed with 1 cup of water and a teaspoon of dish soap. And just shake it up. And what you do is you just go around your rig and spray anything that's touching the ground, your wheels, your jacks, just anything at all where something can crawl up it. This is going to deter that thing from even attempting it. They really hate the peppermint smell. So this is our tip for keeping the critters away.
Hey guys, I thought I'd give you a quick update on something. Our college-age daughter is visiting for the next couple weeks, and this is the first time that she's got to sleep on our new RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. So before, she had the factory mattress that comes with RVs, and we all know how crappy those are. And we had put like 2 foam toppers on top of that, trying to make her space a little more comfortable. So we have now since switched it to the RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, and it's the Queen Cooling, I believe it's the Aurora mattress, and we're gonna see what she really thinks now that she's got to sleep on it for a few days.
Okay, Sophia, so what was it like sleeping on this new RV mattress compared to the old one we had?
It was like night and day. It it's way thicker, way more comfy. Like as a student athlete, I definitely need more support for my back. It's definitely way better than a college dorm. um, and I get really hot when I sleep, so the cooling feature is really nice. 2 thumbs up.
As you can see, even our picky college-age daughter was impressed. The difference really is night and day. With RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding's 22 custom sizes, perfect for those weird size bunks and beds, they have 3 firmness options, something to please everybody, and a 120 night sleep trial. Send it back if you're not happy. You are bound to find the perfect fit for your RV and sleep style. Plus, they offer free shipping right to your campground and a limited lifetime warranty. Are you ready to upgrade your sleep like we did? Use our exclusive link. I'll leave it in the description, or you can scan the QR code and enter the code like there's no tomorrow at checkout, and you'll save 30% on a new RV mattress. This is the highest percent off you're going to find. We love this mattress, and we know you will too. Guys, this next one is something new. I have been using it for about a month and it's working out pretty darn well. I got sick of having all this stuff sitting on the counter, getting wet, draining onto the counter, taking up space. So I got this little caddy here, and what it does is it lets the water, so say you use your sponge or your scrubber here, and it lets the water run out and down into the sink. At least pretty darn close to it. What I'm going to do, and I haven't done yet, is put some museum putty on the bottom to keep it kind of in the right position to pour perfectly over the edge. That's something I haven't taken the time to do, and I need to get some more museum putty to do it. But it's pretty cool because it holds your hand wash, your soap, because we hate putting this away because you'll end up pulling it out, putting it back, pulling it out, putting it back, and it keeps this area nice and tidy. So this is one I saw on Amazon, took a chance, and it actually really worked out great. You should be able to find this in the kitchen and bath folder. All right, this one is for all you shorties out there, or people who have really tall cabinets like I do. I had used to have a stepping stool that kind of broke down. It ends up going outside more to get in and out of the bed of the truck. And I got kind of tired of going out and in, grabbing it. So I got this little guy, and I wasn't quite sure that it would be strong enough, but I've been really pleasantly surprised. Look how small it breaks down to. And I just stick it either under the sink, or we have a little nook on the side of our couch where we can put it. And all you do is just open it up, and now you have a little step stool, and it's perfect for one, to get up here. And it's really strong. Like, I've been really happy with it, but it allows me to get up to these top cabinets where we keep the toilet paper and the paper towels, and not have to really fret to go worry and drag the bigger ladder in and out. So this works out really great, super convenient, easy to store. It's a winner. So this is a new one for me. I had not seen this before and took a chance on something I saw on Amazon because I was looking for a storage container, hanger, something that would fit in odd spaces where there wasn't a lot of width. So this is what I tried. It is a kind of like a mesh bag with Velcro. So the bag, you can see here, you can put things down in here. The Velcro is along the side, and then you get the other piece of the Velcro with the sticker on it. So in essence, you just put it on these pieces, and now you can go stick this on a wall. I mean, I could see this holding anything like under your sink, maybe leftover grocery store bags. Those are always weird, and it would keep it against the wall. It wouldn't stick out. Or maybe in the bathroom, put it on the wall to hold oddball things that you just don't have a place to store. What I ended up doing is putting it in my pantry to get some things that get lost in the back out invisible. So I remember that they're in there. So let me show you how I did that. Okay, so here's the pantry. And as you can see, it is stuffed with things. And so what I find is when they're out here on display like this, I'm way more likely to use them. So what I did is I put that bag on the inside of the door, and then right now I just have Hugo's treats in there because that's something that we grab a lot. And we were just sticking it on a shelf, and you can see all this stuff is just a mess in there. So what I'm hoping is to get some of these weird bags that really don't stack very well in the pantry out here. And it's really pretty cool. And it lays flat so that when I shut the door, it just goes right into this hole. So that's something you need to watch. If you're going to put it on the inside of a door, make sure that it's not going to hit this piece sticking out or whatever you have and cause a problem when you shut the door. Ask me how I know, because I've done it many times. So this is one that I think they come in a pack of 2. So I'm thinking I'm going to get some more of these because I really like them. It's a thumbs up from Darlene. Okay, sometimes in RV life, there's just like little annoyances. And when you have a ton of things that are little annoyances, you start looking for some solutions finally. This is one of those that I saw on, I think it was like a reel on Instagram, and it's a great idea. So I couldn't pass it up. But you know, the little insert door. So when you have the screen door out, you want to close the hole, right? And it's just clunky. It's got this little weird thing here. And inevitably I'm coming in with groceries or something and I need to close it and I always miss it. But I saw this. It's just a little adhesive handle that you could put it almost on anything that just needs a better grip. So I'm going to put it right here. I've already cleaned this off. I think it's just going to make grabbing this door so much easier. So let's see how easy this is. All right, peel off the back. I think I'm just going to put it straight up and down right here. Push it in. And now we got something to grab onto. It's the little things, y'all. Okay, so this one is fun and practical. It's a level. Okay, so we do have the Lippert leveling system that's automatic, but we went through a phase where the level was off, and we also boondock a lot and sometimes in some uneasy, like really unlevel areas, and we have to kind of get up on blocks on one side before the Lippert panel will even work. So this is what we use to kind of pre-check the levels. I just like it. I like to see it like this. It's a magnet on one side. So we keep it right here on the metal part of the step apparatus, whatever that thing's called, so that we always know where it is, because inevitably our other level that we had, we'd put it somewhere and forget where we put it, and then we're digging through bins trying to find it, and it's a big headache. But it's also, you know, the regular level. But here's the cool thing. Battery operated. When you set it down, it's going to tell you if it's like, this is almost level, because I think we've had a lot of rain, so we shifted. So then you would just go, okay, we need to come up on this side just a little bit, and then you'll get the green light, which is level. And if you're really off, you're going to get a red. So it's just a great little tool to have hanging out, especially if you ever have to level on your own. We have had our Lippert panel totally go out on us and totally be really, really off. So we had to basically use a regular level to kind of get level first and then reset the Lippert panel. So this helped us do that. Okay, let's talk fridge. The fridge has been a pet project of mine since day one. I'm always trying to find better ways to store things when we travel so they don't move around. Of course, we have the tension rods that we put over on each shelf to secure everything on move days. But just in general, things slide around because we use a lot of the plastic bins, and I'll show you in a second. But I've tried a bunch of different stuff. I've tried like the shelf paper like this, putting it under things. I've tried the really rubbery one, like I don't know. It's like it's kind of rubbery. This one works probably the best to hold things in place, but it's still kind of got bunched up on the shelves and things like that. So I saw these fridge liners. They kind of have a way of gripping, and they also look nice, and they're super easy to clean. These kind of tend to get really dirty, and then, I mean, they do wipe clean a little bit, but they just weren't holding up, and I'll show you in a second. But these fridge liners have a textured side and then a flat side, and I'll show you how much nicer they look and how they're working pretty darn good. So let me show you. Okay, so you can see here, I tried these, and they've shifted. They're now hanging off the edge. They get all wrinkly. And they just weren't holding their spot. I use these kind of clear bins a lot, but what I found with the new shelf paper, which it does look a lot better and it fits perfectly on these shelves, is you put a little water on the bottom when you put it in, and it really does stick. You can see it here. It's not even coming up with my finger. It really sticks to the shelf, which I love. But then the problem of this happened. These were really still moving around a lot. So all I did was just put a little museum putty on the bottom of these, and it keeps it from moving on move days, stays in put, but it's easy to pull it off and get the things out as well. So I'm still experimenting with this. I like this better than this. But what do you guys use to hold things in place? See, because these are things you would want to pull out and use. And the museum penny works, but you can see how it's moving this stuff. So I am still experimenting with this one. I do really like this. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the other shelves. I just think with these bins on them, the bins are moving around quite a bit, but the tension rods will keep it in place. It's not the end of the world. But if you guys have any ideas, put it down in the comments. I think that would be very helpful for everybody who's trying to organize their fridge. So it's really windy outside today. I'm hoping this audio comes out, but one of the things I've been working on is getting all the little things put into a container or in some sort of holder that are in our bays, especially the wet bay. Because in the wet bay, you have like, you know, you'll have gloves and just different things putting in different places. Like these are to our X chalks. So I found like a razor holder and I put those there. We have, this is for our water filter, to take the water filters apart when he needs to replace the filters. So I found a hook for that. But the thing that I was running into were all of these these spray cans of different things that Barry likes to have at his fingertips outside. Electronic cleaner to clean off the pedestals when we are ready to hook up. We have slide lube. We have silicone spray. Just different things, bow shield. They were sitting in the bay, just falling over because he wanted them at his fingertips. He didn't want them inside of bins that he had to then pull the bin out and get out every single time. So what I did is I found this command shelf. It's all adhesive. You don't have to drill into there. So that way, if you want to move it later, you can. But these I find are better than the white ones. There are like white hard ones that you can get. The white hard ones though, like liquids and stuff can get in the bottom. There's no drainage. These are wire metal. So you basically, everything just, if it's wet, if it's yucky, it's dirty, it's just going to fall out the bottom, which I really wanted for this particular reason. And I just put it right on the inside of the door and it fits perfectly in. When you close the door, no problem. Now, I also have these in my bathroom holding all of my shampoos and things like that. And they've held up great. I've had those well over almost 2 years, I think. And they haven't broken down. They haven't rusted. And they just don't budge. So as long as you prep the surface right with those command stickers, they really do stick in place. Now, people have asked me if they've ruined the wall. If you use them on your wall, you do have to be very, very careful when you pull those command strips off. It can pull that wallpaper away. When I go to Alliance here in about a month, I'm going to ask them if there's any way to repair the wallpaper if it pulls away like that. I don't know if you can like use some sort of hair dryer and shrink it back down. I'm not really sure. So hopefully I'll find out. I've had like 1 or 2 do that, but for the most part, if you go really slow and don't pull out, pull down, a lot of them haven't ruined the wallpaper. So people that are asking, there's your answer. I'm not quite sure if you can fix it once it does that. But for this reason, this isn't gonna, you know, it's not even totally flat. It's kind of textured and it still sticks great. So it's a good solution for organization for sure. Talking about the little handle for the door is this Camco crossbar. This did not come with our rig. We just found that needing to open and close the door quickly without this bar, you know, if you have the screen door open, you know, getting you some air and you want to close it, there was nothing to grab onto. I mean, it was either, now you have this, but that's probably not quite sturdy enough to shut the whole door. And this little bitty handle isn't going to do anything for you. So having that bar here to open and close the door has just been very, very convenient. And it's one of the first things actually we installed when we went full time. So really like this. It was $25. I think it may have creaked up over recently, but it's pretty close to $25 and worth every penny in my opinion. Okay, yes, I'm in the bathroom. But wanted to show you something that just a friend of mine told me about and has been a total game changer for us. And that is with our vent. It's the vent that's in our bathroom. So it's a circular vent. It had no way of adjusting. And what was happening is, say in the wintertime when we know our heater is going to be on, it would just blow hot air into the bedroom because we usually leave the bathroom doors open. And if you don't leave the bathroom doors open, this room turns into a furnace. So we needed a way to adjust the vent. So we got this. It was super simple to remove the other one that had no adjustment and add in one that has these little knobs that you can open and close the vent easily. And we basically keep it nearly closed when the heater is on because it just gets too hot in the bedroom when it's fully open. But it's made a huge difference, and I thought it might help you if you have a vent that doesn't adjust. This one is extremely hard to film because it's in such a small room, but what I wanted to remind you is sometimes the simplest things really make a big difference. And these little Broom mop holders, we had 2 of these in here. Right now one of them fell off. The one that held the mop fell off. This one is for the broom, and it makes really just securing these long, tall things that really have no good storage spot really, really simple. All you got to do is put it in here and push. And now that sucker ain't going anywhere, even when we move, and it's easy to find. We also use this inside the front door to hold our big umbrella. And we know that's where the big umbrella is at all times. And it's right there right before you walk out. So it makes it super convenient. So little things like this really do just make you more organized. Everything has its place. That's one thing that's key in RV life. Everybody knows where that thing goes, and it goes back in that same place every time. Knock on something, because it doesn't happen that way always, but that's the way it should go to make RV life a lot more organized and easy. So this one I have shown before in other videos, but it is worth repeating. And there's been a little change in the Amazon cart. So this is a over the, kind of chair arm holder for cups. And it's great because it's got a hole this way and a hole this way. So if you have your coffee cup, it easily sits in there, whichever way you want to put it. It has an insert for a can. So if you drink canned beverages, it'll have a smaller insert for cans. And this particular one has an insert for a wine glass, which is what we use it for most of the time. But since just recently, this has sold out and it hasn't been replaced in Amazon yet. So it just says, sold out right now. There is another one I put in our Amazon store that is very similar to this, except I don't think it holds the wine glass, but it holds the mugs and the cups and things like that, cans, and it just holds them in place so they don't get knocked over if you don't have a solid surface besides your couch like we do. We don't have a table or anything on the side. So this has really come in clutch for those times when we have a beverage. So you might check it out. I'll update the store anytime this one comes back in stock. I'll add it back in. But right now I believe it's sold out. So the new one is just like this without the wine glass holder. All right, I showed this one a long time ago, but it is one of my favorite things. And that is this vase. Yep, this is a flower vase, believe it or not. So it looks like this. It comes in different colors and patterns and things like that. But one of the things I find is, who wants to have a big glass vase carrying it around all the time in your RV, especially when you're full-time? It just doesn't make sense. But I love having flowers. So I found this, and all it is it's just kind of like plastic, and it opens up at the bottom, and then you can fill it with water. It just sits up on its own. And then now you have a nice flower vase that basically takes up no storage at all. Isn't it the little things that make you happy? This makes me happy. Let's talk coffee. We love pour over coffee. This is our go-to way of making coffee every day because it just flat tastes better than any other way of having coffee. So this is what we use a lot. We use this when we started boondocking, and we just really didn't want to constantly be running our Keurig because we always make the coffee before the sun comes out most of the time. And we just didn't want to be in a position of having to choose battery or Keurig. It happens every once in a while. But what we found is we just really liked the pour over better. So this is not $25, but this is, actually, I think it's like, I don't know, $6. But this is a little collapsible single pour over. Look at this. Look how little it is. You could put this in your luggage if you travel, if you want to make your own coffee. But for a single serve, you don't even need a filter. You put it right on here, you put your coffee grounds in, and you just do a hot water pour over, and then you have a quick and easy cup of coffee, no energy used, easy peasy. You could even do it in a hotel room. So I like this thing, so I put it on the list. Guess what the next thing is? It's the headlamps. Barry loves these things. You can angle them every which way. He does it a lot when he's just working under the rig or working in a bay where you just don't have light. You don't have, it's hard to like set up. Even those little flashlights that have stands are just a little cumbersome. When it's right here and you can just do a quick adjustment, it's so much easier. When you walk the dog late, if you get a flat tire, it's just light. It's just light that you need. They come in handy so much. We keep them right by the front door, and they have different settings. They have red, I guess, keeps the bugs away, and different light settings. But for the most part, they're his favorite. So I put it on the list. Okay, this is silly, but I love it. And that is, I put shoes on the steps of the front steps of the RV. I just think this is so fun. These are my little boots. I'm loving the boots. I've had tennis shoes, sandals. I have a whole set for being silly. These light up. You can't see it outside, but they light up. These are my monsters, and these are my monsters. You can tell these have been really washed and worn. You know, the soft ones do get wet and get dirty, but you can wash them. Just throw it in with your laundry. It's no big deal. And then I have like smiley face ones. Practical. Plastic ones are better, like little Crocs and things like that. But the other ones wash just as well. I just anytime they get dirty, I just spray them down or throw them in the washer. But it just makes me smile. It makes other people smile, and that makes me happy. So try something like that. It's a fun little thing to do to keep things that you can do them with the season. I have some bunny ones for the Easter. I have elf's feet for Christmas. It's so extra, right? But isn't it fun? You should try it. Okay. I'm seriously embarrassed to show you how dirty this truck is right now, but it is a good time to show you this. This is a hair extractor, and it works great. Let's see if I can get it close enough. It's perfect for carpets. So this was the best experience, best place for me to show you how well this works. So it gathers it. All you got to do then is just keep pinching it. I mean, your vacuum will get you so far, but this thing really digs in and gets the really grody stuff. So after travel days, this is what we look like after the dog has gotten in and out and it's been raining and it's gross. So I go through and clean it all up, and that's what I'm doing today. And I thought I'd show you this little brush, and it's in the pet folder of our Amazon store, and it's worth every penny. Makes it a lot easier to clean up. So that's it. I hope you liked today's video. It was really fun to show off some of my favorite Amazon finds. What are your favorite Amazon finds? Please share them below in the comments so everybody can get new, fresh ideas, because that's what this is about. It's about always kind of improving your organization and finding better ways of doing things. And when we share them with each other, we all come out ahead. So if you are not subscribed, many of you aren't. In fact, like 65% of you are not subscribed to our channel, but still watch our videos. But it helps us so much when you actually subscribe and then ring the bell to get notifications when we release new videos, which we try to do new videos every Thursday, and then a new podcast every other week. So we hope you join us in this journey. We love bringing you tips like this. We love sharing the places we stay and the adventures we have. And we appreciate all of you for supporting us, and subscribing just helps us support us. So thank you very much. And we will see you next time.